Doing it. Yeah. Doing it. What's it? Wednesday? The humps? The hump day? Humpity hump?
Digital Underground. Have we ever done anything about that?
We've done that thing every week.
Yeah, it's my favorite. Is it? It is better, I would say, than the like, hey Mike, hey Mike, hey Mike. Guess what day it is? Llama from Geico.
Right, but is it better than Bobby Brown's Ain't Nobody Humping Around? Because that's a double negative, which means they are humping around.
And it's just more fun to say. Bobby Brown's ain't nobody humping around. But I'm Bobby Tamburo. This is Pat Oates, and you're watching the POS podcast.
Yeah, ain't no heart attack. Please get off my back. Ain't nobody humping around. I don't think he said please. I forget what he said. Me feign a heart attack. I think he says feign, which is a weird song to sing.
I got to be honest. I'm more of a Chris Brown, less of a Bobby Brown when it comes to women beaters.
Um, yeah, but Bobby was better in psychological warfare.
Oh yeah, eat the cake, bitch. Eat the damn cake.
Yeah, Bobby was great. In Bobby, I have a feeling that song came from something he yelled at her. Like, ain't nobody humping around. She's like, did you say humping?
I didn't think you were, but based on how aggressively you've yelled that, I'm now thinking you might be.
Hey, Bobby, what are you doing later? Ain't nobody humping around. Like, I just asked about dinner. Okay. Go sing the national anthem, bitch.
Chicken or steak? That's all I was asking.
I'm chicken steak. How about I'm working on Ghostbusters 2? It's old edition at this point. I gotta fucking do it on my own.
Well, it is the POS show. This is
It is.
Pat. I'm Bobby.
I am Pat. I am Pat. You are Bobby. Who
Pat,
are we
how are you?
welcoming? Who are we talking to?
Right now, it seems like no one, but how are you?
Well, yeah, we got eyes. I see some eyes. There's
These
some
eyes,
folks.
they're lying.
These eyes.
So I've got a story. I'll kick it off here. Let me present.
Well, I know. I want to ease in with the hellos and say things. I've been running around. I don't want to just do it. I can't get right into fucking commentary mode.
Yeah, no,
I
I was just.
was at
How are you?
I was at work. I was at work all day. Then I ran in the door and fucking turned this stupid thing on and I'm fucking talking to people and I always want to be like, hi, I like conversation, baby.
I know. I was asking. You have some big news. I didn't know if you wanted to share or not. But August 8th, 9th, and 10th, you'll be at the Comics Mohegan Sun, where
Is
you
that
can
big
buy a
news?
big car. What?
Oh, I don't want to talk about that. No, I mean, I said it on my Facebook. I'm not gonna.
Oh, okay. I didn't
There's
know.
too many trolls on here to get into dumb shit.
Well, let's not get
Yeah.
into
So
that.
no.
I had a good
Yeah.
set at the stand. It was a lot of fun. Got to
Nice.
hang
Did
out
anybody
with
show up?
everybody. The room was sold out, dude. It was sick. Nobody from our podcast that I saw specifically, but I got pulled into a bunch of side conversations, so who knows? But a lot of fun. So I saw you had a fun, interesting experience yesterday, it looked like. Outdoors?
What did I do? Oh, it's just an open mic. They do it all the time out there. But
Did
yeah,
it-
if they do it on the sidewalk, yeah, interesting. Like nobody goes to it. If they do it on the sidewalk, it's too hot. They don't have air conditioning in the building. So literally on the sidewalk in like downtown Middletown, it's like 6 comics. I just was working on something, so I was running to 2 mics. One's at 7 and one was at 9. So I went there. I already signed up, and they're like, "We're doing it outside." I was like, "Fuck!" So I just went first.
running more than
Out of
a
the way.
idiot.
Yeah, it just wasn't worth being there for the outside. And there's one comic there that I kind of like, but the rest of them are all just like literally crackheads.
Oh,
Like
no.
one guy talked to me about is like, if he should, what he should be taking to come off the things he was on. And I'm like, I don't know this gibberish. I don't do the
Is this your
drugs.
material, man?
No, most of them don't have material.
No, it's all battle comics and no one to
The
battle.
second one, yeah, that one is just like it's just like where crackheads go, but it was just a mic that was around. The first one's not bad, but I went first. No, second. The guy who went first, there was like 12 comics there. The guy who went first just points to me and goes, "We got a legend in the house, Pat Oates," and everybody else kind of like just like, "Ooh." And this one young kid I know named Cameron. He's like a 17-year-old kid. He's a good kid. He does like one-liners and shit, but I've helped him out, but he doesn't know who anybody is, whatever. And he just starts fucking laughing. So they go, "Legend Pat Oates," and he goes, like fucking out loud. And everybody stares at him. The guy's like, "What the fuck?" And I'm like, "No, dude, I'm happy he reacted like that. Please just do your act." So the last thing I want is for you to fucking weirdly call me a legend so you hope you get a gig. And So I walked over to the kid. He goes, "I wasn't being a dick." I go, "No, it's hilarious. Why are they talking about me?" He's like, "I don't know. Is it in their act? Like, you get it, 17-year-old kid." So yeah, so I was just running around working out my John joke and my Caitlyn Jenner joke. That's what I was running around doing. So I'm
Well,
doing that again
sounds like
tonight.
a fun
I'll
time.
be in Colchester at a Japanese restaurant in an hour and a half. So
Oh,
2 hours.
very
So.
honorable.
Bobby, miss you
I miss you too.
from Junior White. Who's Junior White?
I don't know.
Well, they missed you, so I thought they knew you.
Well, this is not making me look good. I don't know. I can't click on his profile right now to see what his name is. Everybody uses a real weird name on Twitter. I'm sure I know him
I
personally.
forget that. It's my bad on Twitter. I don't know they use fake names. I've always been Pat Oates. I've never been to fake. You know what I mean? So I forget
I
that
just
people.
don't want to make somebody feel like I'm being mean if I actually know them and I just can't tell.
Well, then usually I think the best thing is just to go, "Miss you too, Sweetums."
I did say I miss you too, buddy, and then you went.
You didn't say Sweetums.
See, if I had said Sweetums, that's what we'd be discussing right now, isn't it?
No, I'd be like, "That's beautiful." You and Junior White.
Making Sweetums.
Is that what they call like a tiny white person? A midget? He's a Junior White.
I think that's a mini. Junior's like when it's familial, right? Like a mini white.
Well, I'm a junior, and at one point I was a mini, and then I got bigger. But like, it was always supposed to be like you're the mini of the adult one. You know what I mean?
What's a big Cooper? Oh, there you are, Kenny. Okay, see, if I had seen Kenny, I would have known. Nice to see you, sir.
Oh, and he likes to be dominated by women. He's a sub.
No.
Yeah, you like your balls stepped on, you stupid bitch. Yeah, Junior White.
I also like that. He is a
Yeah,
junior.
no shit, you're a junior. Your name's Junior White.
Stop being mean to our one commenter, Pat. You're
I don't
alienating our
know.
one fan, dude.
I'm not. Oh, whatever. 'Cause he missed you. He didn't miss me. Fuck him.
He loves you. I think it goes
They
without
never.
saying. It's like you're God. It's automatically in there.
I do love it. You're right, Junior White. I like it. He knows. The Junior White knows.
I also like being stepped on. That's what got me.
Wait, I think it's what they call it. You know how like there's like the Cub Scouts and the Boy Scouts. I think the Junior Whites are like the Klan members when they're little. So they try out for the Junior Whites, then you make it up and you get your noose badge.
You got called up to the big leagues tonight. This bit, yeah, I love it.
Yeah. I really hope you worked on your fire starting skills.
I'm a fire starter.
I'm the fire starter. You're the fire starter. That fucking. That was a time in life. Yeah, I was in high school and going to an all black school, and I was in downtown New Haven waiting for the city bus to go home. And I had headphones on. I had Prodigy on, and standing in front of me across the street was this lady who had like this fucking twitch, and with my headphones, she would look like she was perfectly dancing to "I'm the fire starter. We're the fire starter." Oh, it's fucking. No, it was Smack My Bitch Up. I'm sorry, it was that
I was
one.
gonna say, you know what happened to that shaky woman? Someone smacked that bitch up.
Yeah, it was Smack My Bitch Up. All right. So yeah, so okay, that was known as our small talk. All right, Bobby, let's do
You
stories.
say it's our junior talk?
Junior White, you know his butt is tight, and you know he likes a kite, and he is a Junior White. Mega.
So this is gonna be our first story, Pat. Husband's shocking comment on wife's post-pregnancy body sparks emotional turmoil. Have you heard about this?
No.
Oh, in a dramatic and shocking turn of events, what started as an evening watching a classic film turned into a harrowing ordeal, revealing
Dun dun dun.
Jane Doe, 32, and her husband.
What's your name?
No, that they're not giving the names, and you'll
Oh,
find
I was-
out why in the story, dude. What happens here is so heinous,
Oh no, hey, oh no, like those crimes?
like a hidden nightmare. Bum bum bum. Jane
Is
Doe.
Ice-T involved?
We're getting ahead of ourselves here, aren't we, Patrick?
Ah, god damn it. Heinous crime. Go ahead.
Not that kind of heinous. Jane Doe, 32, and her husband, John Doe, 35, had been living together for 12 years, married for almost 4, and shared a 2-year-old son. their seemingly normal night watching, quote, Titanic, end quote. Not sure why we needed quotes there.
You
Quickly
always need
unraveled.
quotes.
If we learned anything last week, it's quotes, quotes, quotes.
Yes. Quotes, quotes, quotes. Quotes,
So then
quotes.
their normal night watching the Titanic quickly unraveled into a story of betrayal and desperation. During the movie, Jane, attempting to lighten the mood, joked about the transformation of the old woman character, saying, "Can you imagine that old woman? She used to be sexy." John's response was unexpectedly harsh. "Yeah, just like you. You used to be sexy, and now..."
Oh, no! John.
Jane, visibly hurt, left the room with their son and began to cry. Pretty cut and dry so far, right, Pat?
Yeah. Cut and dry. More cut than dry.
Especially with a Titanic. What John didn't realize was that this interaction was the tipping point for Jane. Behind her quiet demeanor was a woman planning a desperate escape. Jane had been secretly plotting to flee the country with their son. After the painful exchange, Jane's tears were not just of sadness, but of determination. She had already decided to take their son and head for the Mexican border. According to sources close to the family, Jane had become increasingly paranoid and erratic over the past few months. Friends and family noticed her growing obsession with leaving the country, but no one imagined it would come to this. John discovered the true extent of Jane's plans when he found a note she left behind revealing her intentions to escape with their son. Panicked and desperate, John contacted the authorities, sparking a nationwide search. The plot took an even darker twist when it was revealed
Dun, dun, dun.
that Jane had kidnapped their son. She had been threatening to harm to herself and the child if anyone tried to stop her. Authorities quickly issued an Amber Alert and began frantically searching along the border. The story took a good turn when the law enforcement intercepted Jane near the border. She was found in a distressed mental state, but thankfully their son was unharmed. Jane was taken into custody and the child was returned to John. Who is the piece of shit in this story? Is it Jane? She took her baby and ran to the border because her husband said she got fat after the pregnancy.
Yeah.
Is it John? Like, you can tell your wife's off. Just cut the jokes for a few minutes, right? We've all been able to sense with a woman that they're not at that point. Is it whoever wrote this clearly pro-Jane article where it was like she'd been planning this for a while? Oh, yeah, he's the bad guy. And then out of the blue, oh, and she took her baby and just threatened to run to the border. So, or is it me for starting with this great story when we had so many options to go with? We'll kick it to you first, homeboy.
Definitely not you. This is a fun story. We don't usually do harrowing things that happened a long time ago, and I kind of like it. So it's fine. No, Junior, her name's not Amber, so there's no alert on her. Her name is Jane Doe.
She was Doe.
It's
Yeah,
not.
Doe.
It's not her because I know you said like, is it the guy for thinking this and that, whatever? Remember when this was? Guys didn't think about women's feelings. You're like, yeah, you're fat. Shut up. You can't vote. Like, it didn't matter. You're just a baby making machine, stupid. You can't run to the border. So it definitely isn't her because, and back then, if you watch any movies, somebody was always secretly plotting to escape somewhere all the time. And by that, they just mean they met with one person in an alley.
Yeah.
All you have to do is go to an alley and be like, here's 4 quarters. Can you please put me on a ferry to Mexico? They're like, you don't need a ferry, asshole. You're just cross over. They're like, here's 4 quarters. And it's like, these are not even quarters. This is just rocks. You stupid woman. You can't vote. Like, everyone keeps saying that to me. And it's like, so the piece of shit story is not the guy.
Before you answer, I apologize, and it might be me for not explaining it, but this happened like in the past 2 weeks. So they were watching the movie Titanic in 2024.
Oh.
So is it them for watching Titanic in 2024?
I must have missed that one, but I thought you said this happened during the times of the Titanic.
No. This happened modern day. Like, so they were watching the movie Titanic.
Oh, it's her, the stupid bitch. Yeah. Oh my God, it's her. Yeah, you can't escape now. Just why are you running for the border? Like, they're watching the border more than anything else there is. You go to the border with your baby? Yeah. I was like, what? I thought they was arrested her for being a lady because it was like the 1920s.
No, so what happened was, dude, like they were watching the Titanic, and she went, "You see that old woman character? Isn't it crazy how she used to be young and sexy at one point in her
I
life?"
thought you said you see that woman on the Titanic, another woman, and then she said, "Oh yeah, like they were in line."
No,
And
from
she's like,
the
"Isn't she
fucking
greatly
movie, dude.
affectionate?"
And then her husband went, "Yeah, you also used to be
Jesus
young and
Christ!
sexy."
Oh my God! Yeah, that changes everything. It's her. Fuck her. You can't even escape. You're a stupid lady. You can't even vote. Hey kid.
Hey, Kish, Junior does bring up a good point. It is always kind of in the back of every man's mind that you could
What
just go
is?
get the milk and not come back.
I mean, women too.
Yeah, no, I think he
I
was
know
just
a
saying,
lot of
like,
women who skedaddle.
I think he was pointing out, like, he gets the mindset of being like, I want to get out of here. Like, that's in the back of
Yeah,
every dude's mind too.
I did it a couple weeks ago.
But yeah, we've all done it. Some of us.
I did it, and I didn't even have a car yet, and I had to I left, and then I had to sit in the porch and wait for an Uber.
Oh,
Yeah.
some people might say it's them for watching Titanic, but like, hey, if you like that movie, you like that movie. For me,
I've never seen it.
I've never seen it either.
I know the ending.
I know the parts of it. I get the idea.
I
But
don't
for
like the
me,
boat sinks.
and they throw some jewel in the ocean. But like,
I don't know if I'd call Leonardo DiCaprio a jewel, but he is stunning.
I mean, he does go in the ocean too, but isn't it like that the whole plot of the movie? Some super nice jewel, and they go find it or something. I don't know.
There was just a Jew, but they're like, you can't say we threw a Jew into a Jew.
Jewel, like the singer, but diamonds.
He was a Jew, but he was retarded because he also drooled, so they called him Jewel.
For me, the piece of shit's the woman, not for the kidnapping the kid and running to the border. Like, what are you gonna do? Kidnap your kid and stay in the neighborhood? That's the first place they look. Start running. Now,
No, Bobby, we learned that on Monday.
oh, good
They
point.
don't look in the neighborhood. You kidnap somebody, you just stay down the street and fucking ever.
But what did you expect your husband, who you've been dating for 12 years, to say when you pointed out a woman and went, isn't it crazy how she used to be sexy? Now, I get that her husband didn't say it right, but what he was trying to say is like, people change and I still find you sexy now, but you're not the same as you used to be 12 years ago. That'd be weird.
All jokes aside, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Right now, you're in a relationship. Let's not make it like Cree. Let's do it like 1 year, okay? You're in a 1 year. You're comfortable enough. The honeymoon's kind of over, but you're still happy with the person, sexual, all that kind of stuff, okay? And for real, you're watching it. It's someone you care about. And she says that. Are you really going to take the dig? I get it. You're going to say sense of humor. Pull sense of humor aside. For real. It's just the two of you in that room. You're really taking that dig?
No. Fuck no.
Yeah. Like, I know myself, too. It wouldn't be a line. I'd be like, thank God you're never going to look like that.
Yeah. Can I tell you exactly what happened? They weren't. That's not what he said. He said something. She wanted to fight. So she threw that out there because there's no good answer.
Know.
There's no good answer.
There goes Bobby's woman hating.
No, that's my point. Like, what did she expect to happen?
You don't know what really happened. You weren't there.
He probably said something along the lines of, like, oh, maybe people still find her sexy. Like, I'm sure if somebody was in a loving relationship with you, regardless of the evolutions of you, they'd enjoy it. And she took it to be like, you used to be sexy too. She made up the insult in her mind. She intentionally misinterpreted his words and then used that as
No, that was an insult. That was an insult.
It probably was.
Yeah, I mean, you could even. I think I'd go the route I said, or probably more likely. You know me, I always do jokes, but it wouldn't be towards her. But I would name somebody that we both like make fun of.
Yeah.
Like say there's some guy we know, and I'm like, I bet you Fred would fuck her, and she's like, ha ha ha, Fred. You know, it's like Fred would. Fred's a fucking garbage person. You know, yeah, fuck you, Fred.
Ben Ortiz would make out with her and just hold her passionately.
Nah, he doesn't like old people or fats. He likes heroin addicts, fucking strippers,
and prison inmates.
Yeah, he likes them a bunch, the most. Who's your piece of shit? Man?
The woman. What did you think was going to happen?
I know. I'm sorry. I should have thought better. All right. You like family stuff? All right. Family of 9 left behind in remote Alaska charged $9,000 by Norwegian Cruise Lines.
Hell
An
yeah.
Oklahoma family of 9 was left stranded in remote Alaska after a Norwegian Cruise Line ship left them behind and then charged the desperate family $9,000 in customs fees. The goal 6 young kids and a 78-year-old grandmother on July 12th when they disembarked on the Norwegian Encore in Katchikan. Katchikan, I think. A small town in a string of South Alaska islands. So they could watch a lumberjack show together. Hold on. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
God damn it. What's happening?
Can you not hear me?
My computer started hearing me, and my Siri went on, and it started looking for Norwegian cruise ships. All right. Then on their way back, the local tour operator transporting passengers to and from the vessel failed to properly check who had tickets and who didn't, merely conducting a head count and told the gulls there was no room and to wait for another shuttle. Hold on. Damn it.
I'm still here. I just shut my cam off for a second.
No, something. Hold on. I'm having issues.
So they
What's
told this
happening?
family. They didn't even do a head count. They just told this family. Oh God. Oh boy. We might have developed.
I got it. Hold on. God damn it. No, my fucking stupid Siri thing. Like, I touched my headphone. Fuck life. I touched my headphone, and then my headphone sets off the Siri thing. So Siri says Norwegian cruise ships. So then it starts playing on Apple to iTunes a Norwegian cruise ship book in my ear headphones so I can hear it. So I can't talk because I'm hearing some lady's like, and then the traveling of the fuck you pants. Like, all right. Anyway, the fucking golf family of pieces of shit were traveling with 6 young kids and their stupid ass grandma on July 12th. They disembarked Norwegian Encore in Kakakak, a small town in the string of South Alaskan islands, so they could watch a lumberjack show together. Fuck you! A lumberjack show? That's gay. The grandma does not want to watch a lumberjack show. But on their way back, the local tour operator transporting passengers to and from the vessel failed to properly check who had tickets and who didn't, merely conducting a head count and told the gulls there's no room, wait for another shuttle. See the chaos getting on the buses. We go to the back of the bus, and then one of the attendees is like, bus is full. You know you got to wait for the next bus. However, the bus never came, and after frantically calling the Port Authority to arrange transportation, they finally arrived back at the docks to see the Norwegian Encore sailing away, taking with it their passports, medication, and clothes. 6 kids on board, minor children, and a 78-year-old mother-in-law, all on medication. We all had to quit cold turkey medication these last few days because it was all on the cruise ship. Why are they all medicated the fuck up? What is going on?
Yeah, I don't like
that. The chaos. Yeah, why are they on a cruise ship if they're fucking all just sick as shit? From there, the chaos only deepened. The family, which had already spent about $30,000 on this trip, was immediately hit with nearly a $9,000 charge on the cruise line, $971 per passenger for missing the boat. The fee stemmed from the U.S. Customs and Border Protection Passenger Vessel Services Act, which they violated by not visiting a foreign port before they returned to the U.S. as their itinerary planned. They were unable to catch up with the vessel at its next port of call in Canada because nearly all the passports had sailed away from them. With no choice but to find their way home, the Gulls had to arrange new lodging within hours, book flights home, and feed their many hungry mouths, with the cost piling up the longer it took to get them home. All the flights for 9 people, all the food for 9 people, all the hotel space for 9 people, told 2 News, counting off the accommodations they had to arrange and pay for on the fly. After days of travel, which included stops in numerous cities, canceled flights, and more than one overnight airport stay, the family finally arrived in Tulsa, strung out, tired, and having picked up exhausting cases of COVID along the way. So yeah, we're beat down right now. We're unhealthy and beaten down, Joshua said. The family is working with Norwegian to rectify the situation, but after their ordeal, they feel the cruise line had a lot of slack to pick up to make things right. We're still looking into it. We haven't forgotten about you, Caitlin Golf said. Norwegian kept telling them that as they battled their way home. And I was like, no, we feel like you pretty much forgot about us when you left us in the port and you told us to go figure it out. Shots fired. Yeah. Norwegian Cruise Lines Yeah, bitch. Norwegian Cruise Line told the Post it has begun the process of refunding the Gults nearly $9,000 in fees they were charged and will reimburse them for all the travel expenses once receipts have been received. Cruise Line also said it tried to contact the Gulls after they missed their bus due to a misstep in local tour operator, and when they were unable to reach them, worked with the local port authority to help the family arrange lodging for the night before they were able to make a flight to Seattle the next day. In addition, these guests will be receiving a prorated refund for the 2 cruise days they missed. As a gesture of goodwill, the company will also be providing each of the 9 guests with a future cruise credit in the form of a 20% discount of their cruise fare that can be used towards their next voyage. The incident was just the latest to put Norwegian Cruise Line under the spotlight for leaving passengers behind. Back in April, 8 passengers were left behind in Africa after an independent tour they took was late to arrive at the boat, leaving them cobbling together an itinerary across the continent to catch up with the boat. It's a well-known policy on most cruise lines that passengers who fail to return to the ship within a strict deadline will be left behind so the vessel can maintain its schedule, but exceptions are generally made if tardiness is the fault of the cruise line or an operator provided by or recommended by it. Though the passengers in April have been using an independent tour when they missed the boat, the ages and handicaps sparked controversy over the rigidity of the cruise line's policy. Norwegian ultimately agreed to partially refund those passengers for their expenses incurred catching up with the boat. Who's the piece of shit in the story? Is it a family of fucking 12 taking a cruise ship? That's too many fucking moving parts to fucking go do shit like that. Just go on a regular trip. Just get on one plane, go to fucking Disney, fucking you're from Oklahoma and there's 12 of you, just start a football team, fucking play against the Sooners once in a while, who gives a shit? You can't go to fucking Norwegian land and go on their cruise line and fucking travel around. There's too many. And then you got young people, you got a fucking old ass lady. That's too many moving parts. It's a Norwegian cruise line. I get it. You got to move on, whatever. But you're the one who makes the schedule. The ocean's going to keep moving no matter what. You can hold off. I get it. You're 10 minutes late, whatever. You've got 12 fucking people. You're leaving them behind in other countries and you're fucking them over. Isn't it whatever fucking policy they said is some kind of law thing where it's like you got to pay all this money if you're fucking left behind? We get some stupid with that shit. It's like Christopher Columbus didn't pay any money when he fucking traveled to the wrong fucking place. He just fucking went there and he was like, fuck it, I'm calling it this, and he fucking just took off. He didn't give a shit. Why do we have to do that? It's stupid. What is it, cruise ships? Cut it out. We have planes now. Who's a piece of shit?
It's the family. The gall of these people to be angry when we heard that just months ago a family got stranded in Africa, of all places.
Oh, the worst place to be.
Like, it's going to be expensive, sure. But I doubt in any of the places you're at, there's going to be an opportunity for you to, like, really lose your life without you trying to. Yes, it's expensive. Yes, it sucks. But you chose to go see the lumberjack thing and then bitched about having to pay for hotels. Are you really fans of a lumberjacks or not? If you're a lumberjack fan, build a fucking log cabin. That's pretty cheap.
Yeah.
Right?
Like, that's what happened.
It's just family.
Right.
You go on a cruise because you're broke and you're trying to save a relationship with a girl you really don't like that much, but you're throwing a Hail Mary anyway, and you're like, I don't want to take her international, like really international, because then that'll cost way too much money. It's probably going to go to shit anyway.
Yeah, you don't drop 30 grand for your family to go traveling. So Jesus fucking Christ, that's way too. How much? What are they? First of all, Oklahoma is not known for their rich people. I mean, there's some athletes, but like, you know what I mean? Like when you think about rich people, and a family of 12, how much money do they have when they're fucking pioneer pieces of shit? And they're 30,971 a head just for the fucking travel, not really everything else they spend. It's fucking nuts. It's like that's so much fucking money. Now, as much as I'm saying like they suck for fucking traveling, families try to do dumb shit. You never know. Maybe the 78-year-old's dying and she wanted to go to a Norwegian cruise line and the kids are, and we have to do one more crew. Who fucking knows? I want to say it's lumberjack shows just because that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. And in fact, I would hate that if I was somebody who performed on lumberjack shows. I already get mad when I don't have comedy gigs. If I didn't have a lumberjack show gig, I'd be so fucking mad. Like I should be constantly lumberjacking. Who's better at lumberjacking and showing about it than me? Nobody is.
True.
But it's the cruise line. 20% fucking coupon? Fuck you. Fuck you. There's this family was stranded. They had no medicine. Give them free cruise. I think they shouldn't even want to ever come back. Give each one of them one free ticket whenever they want, one time only. It's not going to cost you nothing. You got the all inclusive crazy foods. You got the fucking crazy travel. You already have tons and tons of money. Really, you need the 971 10 time? Like, fucking really? Give them that. You fucking left them. They're stranded. Yeah, they were lost and they went to a lumberjack show and things got fucked up. Your bus isn't big enough. There's a lot of things that may not be exactly your fault. Front the bill. I would rather you not give me anything than give me 20% off on a coupon. But to having the balls to say, when you come back, I'm coming back? Fuck off. Give me free tickets. Maybe I'll enjoy it. And then maybe I'll be like, now I'll buy another ticket again and come back.
That's fair.
That's
I'll
fucking
give you that.
crazy.
Yeah. No, I'm
Like, if
kinda
I
with
go eat a restaurant and then the food is fucking gives me food poisoning and you give me 10% off the next time I eat there, like, I got food poisoning.
I went to who's the guy? Is it Gordon Ramsay who has a restaurant in Atlantic City?
He does.
I went with a bunch of people and I got the cheapest thing on the menu because I knew I was paying for it, right? And then one of the guy's girlfriends found a worm in her salad and didn't say anything until after we got our food. And it was like, bitch, why'd you wait till we ordered? You point that out right away. I'm getting the fucking Kobayashi steak.
Did you guys get free shit, though?
Yeah. But again, that's like at a slimy casino whose whole thing is to make money. They're going to give it to you for free in the off chance you might come back. And I will go back because they treated it that well.
I mean, they shouldn't have given you any money back because that's just worm risotto. That's what it was. Like, you don't fucking. Hey, Risotto, what are you, a moron sandwich? Whatever that fucking saying is. Like, what's this bread? You see that when you put the bread on the guy's head?
What are you?
Idiot sandwich. That's what it was. Oh, it's so fucking good. Putting bread on someone's head and calling them an idiot sandwich is the greatest insult you can do of all time.
Oh, for sure, 1,000%. I actually have a funny story about lumberjack competitions. You want to hear real quick?
Okay. Yeah.
So a guy a year ahead of me in school, he was on the Envirothon team, convinced me to join. He was into forestry, went to one of the branch campuses for Penn State, came back to the main campus for his last 2 years to get his degree in forestry. He was one of the best people on the tour for lumberjacking, climbing, and like at every stage of my life would always check in with me. And then one day out of the blue, I just found out he killed himself.
With an axe?
No, with a shotgun.
Oh, bro, you didn't even lumberjack it right.
Closed casket funeral.
Closed casket for the hearing impaired.
Would you like another story? Because I got
Yeah, and I've got another one now too. I was able to grab another one. So.
I'm gonna cheer you up.
Yeah.
Boom, there's that.
I thought you just started staring at me like that cheered me up. I like that. Eye contact.
My sexy eyes. Man sneeze causes medical emergency in restaurant.
Is that Kenny Rogers?
I don't know who that is, but it looks pretty funny, doesn't it?
Yeah, that guy up there is crazy, Salmon.
Based on that picture, what do you think the medical emergency is?
He shit his pants.
Close. In an
Heart attack.
uninspected and alarming incident at a bustling restaurant, a 63-year-old man recovering from prostate cancer surgery experienced a severe medical emergency after a forceful sneeze led to his intestines protruding.
Oh, no.
The man, whose identity has been withheld for obvious reasons.
John Doe.
John Donut Ass.
Yeah, I think.
Where's the hole? He had recently undergone surgery and was dining with his family when the event occurred. Eyewitnesses report that the man stood up abruptly, clutching his abdomen in visible distress. Diners and staff quickly gathered, some calling emergency services.
Jesus
oh, God,
Christ.
this is so funny. While others tried to help.
You were dying.
Yeah, dude, how do you help somebody whose ass is protruding?
I mean, I would hate my ass to drip.
No, I'm saying how would it said some tried to call 911 while others tried to physically assist. How are you assisting this man to get his intestines?
Napkins.
Punching it back in. Get it.
Yeah, you just get napkins and you lay them down.
Oh God, sorry.
When I was in third grade, a girl shit her pants, and my third grade teacher dumped kitty litter all over her lap.
That's Why?
because they thought that would soak it up.
Oh, okay. Well, you just throw kitty litter on his asshole.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. She didn't live that one down for a while.
I would imagine not. Diners and staff quickly gathered, some calling emergency services while others attempted to provide immediate assistance. One patron described the scene as utter chaos, with
Yeah,
concerned voices and panic movements filling the air. Medical experts explain that such an incident, while extremely rare, can happen if the abdominal muscles and surgical sites are weakened. A forceful sneeze can exert significant pressure on the abs, stated Dr. Evelyn Harper, a leading gastroenterologist. Jesus. In this case, the recent surgical wounds likely contributed to the unfortunate event. Is that how you would describe it?
yeah. It's pretty unfortunate. And it is an event.
It is an event, that's for sure. The man was swiftly transported to a nearby hospital where emergency surgery was performed to address the complications. He is currently in stable condition, recovering under close medical supervision. His family has expressed gratitude for the quick response from restaurant staff and patrons, crediting their prompt actions with preventing a potentially fatal outcome. In the wake of the event, the restaurant has issued a statement emphasizing their commitment to customer safety and health, reassuring patrons that they are equipped to handle medical emergencies. We are relieved that our swift action contributed to a positive outcome, said the manager. As the man continues his recovery, discussions continue about how to best support patients post surgery. Pat, who is the piece of shit in this beautiful story? Is it the man for sneezing his intestines out his asshole? Is it the doctor for not warning him that hey man, like we see medical, like all the ads on TV where it's like, you may want to kill yourself, you may want to do this, you may want to do that. Like, tell this man there's a 1% chance he sneezes his shit out his asshole. He's not going to be within 3-minute radius of that hospital. Is it the family? Like, at a certain point, it's your time. If you sneeze your intestines out your butt, it may be your time. Pull the plug. Is it the patrons who tried to help? You know, someone tried to push the stuff back in. Pat, who's your piece of shit?
It's not the doctors because they have to. Like those warnings are so illegal, they have to put on it. You never know. So like, no one ever believes them anyway. So they put the warnings or don't put the warnings. No one ever believes it. Like I remember I saw an ad like about a couple months ago, and there was this woman and she had like shit skin or something like that, and she couldn't wear like shorts and tank tops because her skin sucked. And she took this medicine, and you're like, look at me, now I wear a tank top and my cooch is out, whatever. And they said some of the side effects are suicidal tendencies, anal bleeding, and thoughts of ending your life. And I was just like, wear. I just yelled out loud. I was sitting there, I was like, well, wear pants. Fucking wear pants. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. It's like, if that's the choice, I'm wearing a burqa. So it's not the doctor for that shit. It's not the guy. I mean, who knew that he was going to shit his pants from a sneeze? And we all kind of like make the joke like you sneeze and I shit, or it's all we're pissed. This guy ain't fucking that. It's his genetics. Like, holy shit. Like, whatever he got, whatever fucking shitty people that had sex and made this man, that man wasn't supposed to be alive. Like, if that's happening to you, your DNA's like, I was supposed to be aborted. Like,
I want
if
this to
you
be
can
over.
sneeze and shit your pants, this is like the second time, Bobby, you've given us a story where a person is shitting so much that it's caused problems with people. He did it in an airplane, and then now this, where you should never shit your pants to the point where it becomes other people's problems. And that's it. So it's his DNA, it's his makeup, it's whatever made him be this. Yeah, the parents for fucking and making him.
You know what? I'll take it. I would say God didn't want him to have it. If you look at the picture we pointed out, he looks like Kenny Rogers. That's
A little
so
bit.
he's probably the product of incest. My favorite part about looking at this picture is if you look at the woman behind him who's just mortified by what she's seeing.
Well, yeah, I mean, this isn't a real accurate photo. This is AI. You know, so
I got AI making pictures for me. For me, Pat, the piece of shit in this story is probably the man. You should know what's going on with your body. Have you ever shat your pants?
I mean, as a child, but I don't remember anything as an adult.
if have you ever been close to shitting your pants as an adult? Like when you're diarrhea, there's signs.
Not since being sober, definitely. I mean, I almost pissed my pants when I was drinking. But now that I'm sober, I mean, I have all control of my bowels.
There's signs. That's all.
But you have to poop. There's always time you have to poop.
That's my point. Yeah, like this man knew that the problems were brewing, and he tried to stay out with his family. But so I would love to blame him, but it's really not his fault because, like you pointed out, you don't need to be aware of everything. So for me, the piece of shit's gonna be Sammy Sosa.
Sammy Sosa?
Yeah, not because this looks strangely like Sammy Sosa now that he's decided to become the Michael Jackson of baseball, but when Sammy Sosa was at the height of his fame, he injured his back. Do you know what he was doing?
Oh.
Sneezing. Now, Pat, you've seen my comedy. I'm not going to do the bit on here. But Lou Gehrig's got a disease named after him because he made it his cause. He gave one great speech and everybody remembered him for it. Sosa has his whole steroid conspiracy. He has the whole alopecia turning whatever conspiracy. Get behind the sneezing and injuring yourself cause. Warn people about the dangers of sneezing. Become the face of sneezing, even though you don't have a nose anymore. So for me, the piece of shit is Sammy Sosa. Maguire forever.
For Maguire forever. That's your two? Bonds beats both of them.
Yeah, I mean, Barry's Barry. Neither one's my favorite. I grew up in Memphis. The closest thing we had to baseball was the Memphis Redbirds. And our boy was Stubby Clapp because he would run to the third base and do flips.
Stubby Clapp?
Yeah, he would occasionally get drafted up to play and like sit the bench for the. So he would be teammates with Maguire during this.
What was his name though? Stubby Clapp?
Stubby Clapp.
Oh, Clapp. Oh, that sounds like paraplegics trying to clap.
Amputees.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. Whatever they call these stupid missing hands. I forget their stupid name. But, yeah. Fuck them. Yeah, you're right. Sammy Sosa. And then that skin is just stupid.
Yeah.
Everything about Sosa sucks.
I love Sosa.
I like salsa better than Sosa.
All you motherfuckers in the shop talking
What's my
shit about Chief Keef. If I hear one more word coming out your motherfucker.
Chief motherfucking Keef? Everybody like and subscribe. I want that. And you go to our podcast or Patreon and just fucking sign for that. Like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing?
What's up, Brian Alexander? Nice to see you.
Oh, yeah, I don't have comments on it right now.
I was just saying, hey. It's all good.
No, I'm saying so I didn't see him. Like, yeah, what up, dude? What's going on? My show's in Derby. If you're thinking of going to Twisted Vine on this Friday, we're canceling it, so don't go. Summertime's tough. But you know what's even tougher? Being a guy who used to try to assassinate a president, and then someone else tries to assassinate a president, so they ask you questions about it. So that's a thing. So they talked to John Hinkley. John Hinkley Jr. tried to assassinate Ronald Reagan, speaks out after the Trump shooting. John Hinkley, the man who shot and nearly killed President Ronald Reagan in 1981, has asked the world to choose peace over violence with the attempted assassination of former President Donald Trump. Violence is not the way to go, Hinkley wrote on X on Wednesday. Give peace a chance. What are you doing, Hinkley? You're not John Lennon. The message comes after Trump was grazed by an assassin's bullet and a hero firefighter was killed at a rally in Butler, Pennsylvania on Saturday. Hold on. Go. It was the first post Hinkley made in months that wasn't about promoting his art or music. There was a thank God. Hinkley was the cause of national infamy and intrigue after the would-be assassin fired on Reagan as the president left the Hilton Hotel in Washington, D.C. March 30th, 1981. The 1981 shooting has parallels with Saturday's attempted assassination in that both incidents targeted a Republican president, leaving 3 men injured. Saturday's shooting also resulted in the death of one man, heroic firefighter Corey I'm not trying to be rude I can't say his name. Oh, now my whole fucking thing's trying to update. Hurry life. Who's the piece of shit in this story? Is it Hinkley for fucking talking about it? Come on, man. This is not your thing. Get out of there. I get it. You did it too. But don't talk, and really don't give us peace advice. You're nuts. Is it the guy who tried to shoot Trump and he was badder. He was worse at it than Hinkley. Hinkley was bad at it too. This guy was even worse. He wasn't even a good Hinkley. You don't want to be worse Hinkley.
No,
That's like the worst.
Worst.
Or is it anyone who, whatever reporter was like, we got to go for the scoop? Hinkley. And they're like, really? Dude, he's gonna talk about his music. He's like, no, maybe he won't. Like, he's gonna talk about his music. Like, we're not gonna promote the music. Tell him we're gonna promote it. No, I'm not, man. Or is it John Lennon for fucking saying things that John Hinckley can remember and fucking say out loud? Who's a piece of shit?
So it's not Hinkley for the reason you said. People want to talk to you, talk to him. For me, it's Hinkley because you got to go down one of two clear paths. And the first path is obviously you don't double down. Like, you don't pivot. You double down. All right? Jodie Foster said she liked his music. Lean into it. Be like, yeah, sometimes you got to do something to impress a chick. I think the difference between me and this new guy is he wasn't trying to impress a chick. Did you hear Jodie Foster like my music? Jodie, here's my number. And then give your number to the reporter, because if he's willing to interview you after an assassination attempt, he's willing to interview Hinkley. That's for goddamn sure.
Yeah.
Or the other path you could go down here, Pat, right, is, and I get what you're saying about stealing John Lennon's thing, but come out, give your quote about love and peace, and then pull out your guitar. You don't give the reporter an option. You go, here's a little ditty I wrote.
Just so you know, in every picture, he's holding his guitar in the whole post, in the whole article.
He has it. So then he should play it and go, imagine.
Well, I don't know if he had it while the interview was there, but I think he made them use those photos.
That's funny. But I would play the guitar and say you wrote the song yourself and go, imagine all the, and just steal credit for what John Lennon did. And then go, holla at me, Jodie Foster.
He's like, all we are saying is give me a chance. I mean my music, everybody.
You know what I'm hoping? I'm hoping that by Christmas, war is over. You guys like that new Christmas song I wrote? That's me, Hinkley.
Do you know when the president got almost assassinated? Yesterday.
Oh my God, dude. He had so many options. Hinkley, call us. We can work as a team.
Hinkley's like, guys, just let it go. Or more importantly, let it be, let it be, let it be. Did someone call for help? I need somebody help. Just everybody help.
I would love if he, because Jodie Foster's come out and said she likes his music, right? She's even said something about he's barking up the wrong tree, but I dig him.
I don't think that's what she said.
Yeah. Like Jodie Foster.
I thought she was being sarcastic with that.
No, she's all in, baby. What is Jodie Foster doing? She's on board. I'm just saying we got to put these two in the same room and watch the magic happen.
I don't think that's the case.
Fish tank. Imagine if that was Sam Hyde's fish tank. Hinkley and Jodie Foster.
Who's Sam Hyde?
He's the guy who did that fish tank series where they like watched the autistic people 24/7, and he would give them challenges, and like half of them.
I never heard of that.
And bunch them. He was a comedian. He likes to use the N-word. He had something on Comedy Central. They canceled him because of cancel culture. He's like a real controversial figure. There was this dude named iDubbbz, and he used to be friends with Sam. And then iDub married this girl named Anissa, who has an OnlyFans, and everybody should laugh at Anissa for her OnlyFans. And then isn't friends with Sam Hyde, so everything was kind of dead. Sam was canceled from everything. And then iDubbbz was doing his boxing gay thing and challenged Froggy Fresh. So Froggy Fresh. Yeah, you know Froggy Fresh.
No, I don't. I just like that.
He's Krispy Kreme. He's the same dude.
Oh, yeah. He switched his name. He had to because of the whole donut thing.
No, they're different personas.
Oh.
But
I thought it was a lawsuit.
No, well, I mean, if it was, he would lose. But they fight.
Yeah,
they were going to fight. Sam Hyde trained Krispy Kreme. So then iDubbbz pulled him, and then they all laughed at Anissa's OnlyFans. So if you take anything away from that whole long tangent, laugh at Anissa's OnlyFans. But Sam Hyde did Fishbowl. It would be fun to watch Hinkley. Like, you put them in a room, they're locked in the house together. It's him, Jodie Foster, and Jodie's lesbian partner. And you just kind of scatter weapons, but not like murder weapons, but like a paintball gun. You're like, oh no, John's got the paintball gun. You better hide, Mrs. Jodie. Go ahead, Pat. What do you got? Did I buy you enough time?
My piece of shit is anyone that has a lesbian partner. Fuck that. Just call it your girlfriend. What are we doing? It's a girl and it's your friend, and you like girls more than anything. Calling a partner takes me to a part where it's a lady. It's not a cowpoke. Fuck partners. But also the piece of shit is John Hinkley. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
You're
No,
this
you
close
once
to
you
the dream, buddy.
once you try to shoot a president, I don't care how many years you wait. You don't get to do interviews anymore, and they should take your guitar away. No comforts. Nothing.
I get what you're saying, Pat.
More
But
like John Stinkley.
I would say, John, you're this close. Nothing America loves more than a comeback story, baby. Jody seems in. Nothing's going on in her career.
Stop saying Jody seems in. I don't think
seems
she's in.
She's in, dude. What is she doing?
Oh, heroin.
It's
She
time
does
for the
so
sex
many
tape.
movies.
It's time for the sex tape. Her and Hinkley. Dude, boom. That would set the world on fire. Her and Hinkley make a sex tape. You're telling me I'm wrong?
I don't understand everything Junior White's saying. My SIL, which is sister-in-law, I believe, lives in Butler. She worked at AGR. Is that America's Got Retards?
No, I think that's America's Got Revolvers, but they don't use them. They let the guy sit for 10 minutes and then,
Oh, America's Getting Raped?
I hope so. That'd be fun by a woman, like a hot woman, and you can't really control it, but like, whatever, you're down.
America's Gay Relationships. That's what it is we're talking about, Jodie Foster.
What did Jody even? I got a pair of roller skates. You got it, is that her?
Jodie Foster? No, she didn't sing. She got raped. She got in the accused when she got like raped on that thing. She's a movie star. She's been like in tons of movies.
Not doing much.
Since she was a child.
Not doing much later.
She is. She literally is.
Call Hinkley.
She's in so many movies even now.
I'm just saying, give the old boy a shot. Like
she's been acting. Dude, she was in Taxi Driver.
Yeah, but like when Gypsy Rose got out of jail, right, and that dude who's doing life for killing her mom because she convinced him to, and she had already like moved on from him. It's kind of like maybe give him a shot. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know where you're getting to give him a shot thing. Like she was a child when he wanted to do that shit to her. It was fucking terrifying and creepy.
Oh, I didn't know that part.
Yeah, you can say give it a shot. She was a child when this guy was obsessed with her from Taxi Driver. That's like 81.
Hang on.
Yeah.
I gotta know my info. She was 18 at the time of the shooting, so we're safe.
Yeah, but his obsession was all before 18. That's the whole talk of it. Like, he shot then, but his obsession was like since she was like 15 or 16.
And he was not 15 or 16 at that time?
No, he's a fucking man.
Oh, boy. I take back what I said, Jody.
Yeah, he's not a good guy.
Jody, you have an opportunity to cure pedophilia. That's all I'm saying. You're an adult.
No, he's older. He's just playing guitar. It's even creepier. I'd rather be fingered than listen to a guy play guitar.
Funny you should say that. Our next story. I'm just teasing.
And our final story.
Real quick, you want just a fun update? One of my friends from high school, some might say my first girlfriend in high school, sent me a message and was like, "Hey, Bobby, I checked out the first minute of your podcast. Not my cup of tea, but it's cool to see you're doing what you're doing."
First minute?
Which might be like the most accurate review I've ever seen of our podcast. Not really.
Holy shit. You didn't even give us a minute. Fuck you.
No, she's awesome.
Not that awesome.
I think you'll enjoy this story, Pat. It's a fun one. You've always been kind of like a Zen dude where you're like, I don't need revenge. Like the universe will take care of that, you know?
Yeah.
And this is a story of the universe doing just that. Are you ready?
I'm fucking so ready.
Stolen shop vac filled with hornets shocks thief in Frankfurt. And we do have a fun thumbnail if you get a second. If not, no stress. In a twist that seems straight out of a horror movie, a thief in the Frankfurt neighborhood of Philadelphia got more than they bargained for when they stole a shop vacuum from the back of a beekeeper's truck. The stolen vacuum, belonging to Don Shump, owner of Philadelphia Bee Company, was filled with hundreds of live European hornets, including several queens, which are known for their painful stings. The incident occurred last Thursday night after Shump had spent the day removing a large nest of these invasive hornets from a property in Malvern, PA. The hornets were stored in the vacuum, awaiting proper freezing and study. European hornets are particularly aggressive when disturbed, and Shump noted that they often try to escape when the vacuum hose is plugged in. Shump, who typically doesn't worry about his equipment being stolen, had left the vacuum in the bed of his truck overnight. Unfortunately for the thief, they unknowingly took the hornet-filled vacuum, leading Shump to post a humor yet serious warning on social media. To the poor soul who lifted the shop vac out of the back of my truck, I wanted to give you a heads up. The vacuum was there because it's filled with European hornet queens, the largest social stinging insects in the eastern United States. Those girls should be full of life and extra spice. I anxiously await your unboxing video. The European hornets, capable of stinging multiple times, pose a real threat due to their aggressive natures and painful stings. Shump expressed concern for the thief, envisioning a nightmare scenario where the vacuum is eventually opened. They would bear the buzzing, some would crawl out, and others would fly out, starting to sting the person until they realized they were under attack, said Shump. While the stolen $110 vacuum is not a major financial loss, the unexpected ordeal has garnered significant attention. Shump's lighthearted yet cautionary message highlights the risks of theft and the unexpected consequences of stealing without knowing what one is getting into. As the company continues its work in relocating bees and removing wasps and hornets, this incident serves as a bizarre reminder of the unique challenges and hazard faced by beekeepers and their sometimes unwanted interactions with the public. Pat, who is the piece of shit in this story? It seems cut and dry, right? Is it the thief? Shouldn't steal stuff. All right. And if you are, you should look at what you're stealing before you steal it and make sure, Is it Shump, though? He left this in the back of his truck. It seems like he almost sadistically is doing this on purpose. Like, yes, you shouldn't catch serial killers, or you shouldn't be a serial theft, but if you also shouldn't catch serial thieves and then put them into like a Saw-like entrapment of torture. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that's what he did, but it seems like he does enjoy this a little too much. Is it the newspaper? Don't put this warning out there. Let the thief get fucking stung to death. Pat, who's your piece of shit?
It's not the thief. Thieves got a thief. You know what I mean? Like they steal, so they take something. Sometimes that's part of the risk of the game. Most times that you're going to get shot or arrested, not get bees. So it's not like if you think about how. I mean, yeah, that now we know about, it, which is weird that we know about it. I don't. Because we don't. The guy's imagining all these things. But we don't know what happened.
Yeah.
It sounds like Shump fucking just lost his vacuum and tried to blame thieves.
And he's like, if you see a bunch of escaped things that I was contracted by the state of Pennsylvania to remove because they're really bad, it wasn't me. It was the thief.
Thieves stole it. Beekeeper thieves. It's Shump. Shump's a fucking loser. It's a name of a loser. Like that. That's definitely a name that people in high school when he was a dork would be like fucking Shump, and they would use it as like a fucking describer of other people that suck. Were you like Shump? Fucking Shump stinks. Yeah, yeah. And he's just the worst guy. And he's to vacuum bees and put them in your car. Get rid of the bees. Yeah. Why are you putting them in your car? You stink. And someone stole it. No one stole it. You probably loaned it to somebody and forgot you're a drunk. People named Shump who vacuum bees are drunks. No way you're not an alcoholic. Shump stinks.
For me, it's Shump as well. I feel like he's doing this on purpose. He either, like you said, the vacuum fell out while he was driving to the freezing place. But why would you leave live bees in your truck unless if you're trying to let people get stung?
Bees in your trunk. Bees in your trunk.
Like, you're clearly pissed because other people are not having to get stung. Like, you had a bad day at work where you got stung by a couple of these hornets, and you're like, other people should have to go through this. I'm just going to leave it out in case of an unsuspecting victim. It's Shump. I'm a big fan of your cousins, the Shumperts. I like their dunking and defensive abilities, but I do not like you. You are a piece of shit.
Yeah, Ivan Shumpert was a good defensive player, but I got a little tired of his fucking gameplay overall. But.
Yeah, and he and J.R. Smith always had to be best friends.
Yeah, people like that J.R. Smith.
I also like J.R. Smith a bunch.
Me too.
Yeah.
I was mad when he went to Cleveland, but yeah. Well, look at us. We fucking did it. Congratulations. Happy Hump Day. Happy Shump Day, everybody. Big Shump Day, everybody. And also to you. No show tomorrow, except there'll be the Patreon thing at some point. Not sure when. Probably later in the day, because I got a lot of shit going on. Just putting it out there might be a chance to a little bit later on Friday. I know our schedule's been crazy. It'll get normal once I start understanding my work schedule, but right now I would figure 3:30 Friday, but we'll let you know if something changes. But no show tomorrow, live show. Sorry about missing Tuesday, but you're okay. But go to the Patreon if you want to see more shit. There you go, and join us. But most importantly, it's less than a month away. Get your tickets now to see my album recording. Bobby will be opening for me. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be at Mohegan Sun in Connecticut. So if you're in New England, New York, or New Jersey, whatever, you travel down, you get a room, you hang out August 8th, 9th, and 10th. One show Thursday, one show Friday, two shows Saturday. We're taping all of them. We're gonna hang out every night, so you might as well come one night, 2 nights, hang with us, do whatever. Maybe we'll even do a podcast you can hang with. Either way, we're gonna chill with you and say hi. And more importantly, we want you there live for the album recording, so your laughs can be on there. So please come on out to that. Bobby, anything else?
No, if you can't beat them, or if you can't join them, beat them, and don't be a piece of shit.
Yeah, and that was 1 hour, so shut the fuck up. You got your thing.